team is going to be playing against each other team. And yeah, so coming up first, we have ourselves the Stro Kings versus Slam Dunk Saturdays. Stro Kings, Kirahana representing the Testament, and on the other hand, Slam Dunk Saturdays, we have Tenack as Ramlethal.
This looks like a real... Yeah, this is definitely real.
Yeah, that it does. Gotta use those plus frames, get in. Ooh, looks like we missed. Had to do a PRC to correct themselves, but now Kirahana making the most out of this situation and going to get a hard knockdown off of this wall break.
Yeah, it looked really good for Tenack there, getting rock off. They had meter, but it all just went away because of Slido being not perfect. And there we go, we'll clip on the backdash.
Yeah, definitely not as strong of an option as it was last patch, but still used quite a bit. Unfortunately, it didn't work out the way they intended in that final part. However, we're going to go for a burst right now, spending it all immediately. However, Kirahana full burst gauge could really make something work, especially with Tenack in the corner like this. Counter hit while assault, this is going to do a lot.
And there we go, back into Nostrovia. And yeah, no reason not to use the super. It really, I think it might be almost exactly the same, if not more damage than Testament's reversal now with the super nerfs.
And with a very quick first game, Kirahana secures that first game of the first set between these two players for the team. So if you are not aware of how this team format is going to work out, we're going to have 3 sets between each player, so each team. So each team is going to be picking out 3 of their players to play in each of these rounds, and each set has their own amount of points that are allocated to it. So for example, this one right here, this is set 1 of round 1, so that means this is going to be worth 1 point, set 2 2 points, and set 3 3 points. So set 3 might just be the most important one. However, as you said before, this point position is really important to start setting the pace of your match, and setting the pace of the round for your team, and Kirahana is really setting that pace.
Yeah. And another thing too is ties of points are allowed, because we want to go to sleep at some time.
For sure.
Oh, there we go. Ooh, we got the Kara cancels. The super PRC. Oh, you gotta love seeing people use that tech. You never expect it from anyone other than Faust, but when it comes out, it's strong.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, just PRCing off of any invincible move is just really strong, especially when you're Testament, when you don't have a regular DP. Sometimes you just gotta use that to get out.
I don't know about using Mordo there instead of just going to Calvados. Burst was already filled, and I mean, tension doesn't really matter at the life total that Kira is going to be at.
True. It could also be something that they buffered in before the wall splat actually ever happened. But now we got a perfect Tenack putting themselves back onto the mat right here.
Yeah, this is huge here for Tenack to get this win. 1-1 is all much better than facing down 0-2.
For sure. But yeah, I mean, it is a first to 3, so a lot of things can happen, a lot of adaptations can happen. You just never know. You know, those 0-3 comebacks, they do happen.
There we go. Kira forcing the burst right out of Tenack, and it's not going to matter anything. This is death. Nope, never mind. They chose to go for wall break, play it safe.
Doesn't look like they had any super to actually break the wall with anyway, so that was a good decision on their part. You know, while assault get that hard knockdown, and now Kirahana got the second game of the very first set. Stro Kings already off to a great start.
Yeah, if you don't trust your 6H or your 5D or the special that does the most damage, it's definitely best to get that hard knockdown and guarantee yourself a super good position rather than have to play neutral against Ram again, because nobody wants to do that.
Oh yeah, for sure. And especially with that much health remaining too. Like, Kirahana can just sit back, be comfortable. They don't have a care in the world at that point. They got it.
Yeah, now they can do more fun things like this crow combo that's liable to drop just from sheer randomness. Oh, has a good counter poke. And
Gold burst.
Yeah. Good old no reason not to use Gold Burst.
jumping over that rock. A lot of startup on that move, by the way. So even if it is super plus, even if it does vacuum the other person into like Ram's preferred range, unfortunately, yeah, it's not going to work all the time. You can be jumped over on reaction.
I see you, Kira, doing the double overhead. You sneaky Testament player.
That's how they get you.
Yeah. They're like, oh, they PRC the high arbiter sign. It's going to be the low version. No, not this time. Well, look at that wrist gauge. It's cranked. That just means the tension bonus is massive.
For sure. And now the sides have been swapped. You know, Kirahana doing a really great job at just contesting the space, controlling the screen. I mean, that is how Testament should be playing, controlling the screen and keeping the opponent from moving the way they want to. This curse is not going to do too much, as Tenack now has Kirahana in the corner, but with so little life remaining and with no rounds to back you up, Tenack will be losing that as Kirahana secures the first set for the Stro Kings. Yeah, for sure. I mean, what? This entire team league has like 32 players. You can't get all 32 players into a top 8, right? That is just not going to happen.
Well, not with that attitude.
We're gonna start streaming top 32 instead of top 8. Stream every single match over in EOS. Let's go.
I will say we could stream top 32 with Strive and it would still finish faster than Street Fighter.
You think?
Yeah, if you make Street Fighter top 8, it would.
Alright, whatever you say. We'll go with that. But now we are getting into round 2, set 2, with Kid Dracula and Beef. Kid Dracula as Eno, Beef as Potemkin, and Beef already off to a great start, but Kid Dracula is zoning him out, spacing him out. This is how Eno likes to play, you know, zone them out, and then when you find the opportunity, get right in there and start mixing them up.
Oh, nice 5P. This is going to set up a lot for Beef. Forcing, wires, so you just got to get out of there as fast as possible. Having Potemkin in your face, setting up guard crush. Scary.
Kid Dracula getting a good wall break there. Positive bonus. Oh, using the chemical love to go over the slide head. I'm not too sure if that was the intentional, like what they intended right there, but it did end up working out. 2P mash, no, holding down the pressure and confirming with the air super. Kid Dracula is clean with that.
Yeah, definitely really good. They're trying to mix up Beef, knowing that all they needed was jab into super, and they found it.
SafeJumps having to guess so much against Eno is proving to be really difficult. Beef breaking out though, going to get the Oki while Assault trying to get those invincibility armor frames right there. Maybe trying to call out a hover dash with the Heavenly Podbuster, but not working out.
Yeah, Kid Jag was just pressing 5P. Sometimes it do be like that.
Yeah, going for a lot of these hard callouts, but when you're consistently going for these hard callouts, you're not going to have any resources to actually make it work when you finally get the opportunity to.
Aji, and the new move coming out real clutch there for Kid Drac. And I mean, Beef does have a lot of life to work with to use some of these hard callouts, but definitely has to start, reining it back a little. The hard callouts weren't working. Can bring it back just a bit and has the life total to, make some softer callouts, get some lower reward, and just put the pressure.
So funny that you talk about that new move with Eno. Is like Eno is like basically, you have Garuda. That's all fine and cool with me, but I have Air Garuda.
Yeah,
that moves her forward. Looks just like the startup of a regular hover dash. You just have to guess on it, and it's so difficult to deal with.
Not only does it have the same look, it has the same sound. It is that devilish. I don't know what they were cooking with this move.
Yeah, just make your opponent guess more. That is how Eno likes to play. Gold burst from Beef. However, they're not going to be able to use the positive bonus that much, as Kid Dracula gets the first wall break, getting positive bonus of their own. Lots of meter for both these players accumulating. While Assault is going to break through with the super.
We almost got a PRC combo. That would have been sick. I'll get back to the corner, Kid Drac. Little forehead flick.
Oh, I love the usage of that system mechanic right there to knock him back away and not have to, eat any more of those mix-ups, especially when he has Kid Dracula in the spot he wants him to be in. Tries to go for a heat knuckle to call out something, but doesn't work. However, that 5P is going to seal it anyways. Beef finally gets around against Kid Dracula in the second round.
Yeah, deflect shield, if you know where to use it, and you know your opponent's not going to be going to an advancing move or advancing special, it'd be just such a good either get off me tool or like how Beef used it, get back in the corner.
Yeah, and I love the usage of these absolute defenses, by the way.
It's IBFD on demand, essentially.
Basically, especially when you got like these multi-hitting moves. When you want Kid Dracula, you don't want her on top of you, right?
Yeah,
they're a perfect way of using it.
Oh, back throw incident.
Back throw.
Gruda only has to be careful. Never mind, just gets a little nice 2P flick.
Right. Beef taking the second game. Slam Dunk Saturdays now has a game on deck, meaning, winning round two is possible.
Yeah. It's not going to be a 3-0. It's going to be a hard-fought victory here. No easy wins. Beef is showing that Potemkin, he's got it all on lock, and that Eno is just food for the Potemkin Buster.
Maybe we'll see it. Maybe we'll see that Heavenly Pot Buster work as an anti-air. Maybe.
I would love if Beef got one this set.
One can dream.
I mean, Beef was the first Potemkin to land Heavenly on me in over a year. So if anyone can do it, he can. Oh my gosh, what a Pot Buster.
Got one. All right, go for another one. Go for another one. Beef hatching Kid Dracula off guard, shaking him up a bit, make him scared on his own wake up.
Start jumping, I dare you. I dare you.
That's where the grappler mindset comes in. Or not the grappler mindset, was it the grappler flow? I guess that's what you could call it, conditioning them to jump on their wake up and then just hitting them with like the stupidest thing imaginable, Heavenly Pot Buster on their wake up.
I mean, 70% of the time, it works 100% of the time.
I like maths. I like how you think.
Ooh, nice blocks. Good. Hammerfall beating out stroke is so important for Potemkin to represent. Is getting rid of that stroke being from the mental stack. Okay, let's go. Are we seeing another one?
Ooh, wild assault to get in, and another Pot Buster. Beef taking the second game.
Yeah, wild assault being able to set up a really scary situation for Potemkin. It's basically Garuda for 50 burst. It's so hard to be able to defend properly in that situation because fuzzy jump it's scary. You're in guard crush, so you can't YRC. You just gotta pray you choose correctly.
And it gives them iframes, so you can't mash against it, right?
Yeah. Unless you're mashing something super quick, you got 8 frames.
Yeah, one more thing, to keep Potemkin's pressure going, and when you represent it, when it works the way you intend, it's just a pain to deal with.
Yeah, and right now, of all times for Kid Dracula, it's the most important of keeping that mental intact. Because the second you let a Potemkin mentally overload you or start making your mental go down, they've already won the set. It's inevitable. But if you're able to keep that mental fortitude and keep running what you know you need to do, you're going to be good to keep fighting.
Yeah, that is so true, because when they can read when the grappler can read the situation properly, when they've conditioned you the way they want to, their correct guesses can be so much more explosive than any other character.
And we see Kid Dracula here bouncing back, taking that whole last loss in stride, and now they've got to round up.
Gold burst, positive bonus, slide headward, going in, tries to go for the card pot buster, but Kid Drac jumping, Beef not anticipating it. However, we're going to get the wall break anyways, and a lot of meter to boot.
Yeah, positive bonus coming back. Giving Beef even more pressure. Oh, what were you trying to get around Gigantor for? Hold this.
Beef is like, hey, when the shield's out, you better not jump. I'm going to catch you.
No.
Heavenly Papa's not going to work out, getting beaten out by JS.
Kid Dracula with the protagonist plot armor.
Okay, you know, Kid Drac, super low life. You want to be super careful, even if you have that life lead. If you keep on guessing incorrectly like this, that life is going right down. And now Kid Dracula evening it up here. YRC to break out of the gorilla, using the absolute defense to push Kid Drac away. Kid Drac finally getting and blocking the not heat knuckle, my bad.
Yeah, all the meter there. Huge exchange of everything, just ending in being able to block after triggering the first hit of armor on Hammerfall. So now it's a 2-2. We're at game 5.
Who would have expected that? I mean, I'm not to say that none of these players are strong, but like, who would have expected that? Potemkin versus Eno Potemkin. That we will be seeing a 2-2 already.
Yeah. And this is arguably really important, because if Beef wins this, it means that this third set coming up is going to decide a winner. But if Kid Drac wins, then the best that we have for SJS here, the Slam Dunks, is a tie. So they're really counting on Beef here to pull out the Beef set and just reverse all of this. But it's not looking good at the moment. Kid Drac is looking clean, looking really strong.
I like the usage of that horizontal dive from Kid Dracula, noticing that, like, hey, Beef is using absolute defense a lot. So what if, instead of going for like one of those moves that will be affected by it, I just use that horizontal dive kick to get immediately back in and immediately punish it.
And yeah, Beef is now being pretty defensive, flicking the notes. But with Kid Drac on the life lead, can just pretty comfortably sit back and force Beef to approach, which is not Potemkin's strong suit.
And just playing it patient right now, hoping that Kid Drac is going to make a mistake. However, Beef getting his way in right here. Garuda over it, tries to go for the tab, does. Kid Dracula in the air though, so won't be affected by it. Counter hit 2D on the stroke right there.
Yeah, good backdash from Kid Drac. Oh my gosh, we had 3 strokes in a row. And this is real bad situation for Beef. Pretty much one touch here. And throw doesn't get to meter. Oh gosh, this is actually anyone's game.
Not afford to block anything. Kid Drac using a burst right there, hopefully hoping that they can manage to squeeze this out. However, they get hit by the shield. The Gigantor slowly approaching, and Kid Dracula breaking under the pressure as we are going into the final round of the final game between these two players.
Yeah, burst totals are fairly even. Their tension gauges are fairly similar, but now Kid Dracula has started Eno's win condition, and it's up to Beef to get out of it.
Yeah, and as long as he continues to lay up this pressure, lay up this offense, that meter is going to continue going up. Oh, the call out with the super on the white wild assault, and Kid Dracula taking the second set. 1-2.
Yeah. That was a while. You know, Kid Drac was just waiting for Wild Assault, was daring Beef to press 236D, and then saw it was like, this is my moment. Took it away, making it so the best that they can, or the worst that they can now face is a tie game. But they're looking to sweep all 6 points.
Yeah, now, 1 point from Kirihana, 2 points from Kid Dracula. We have 3 points right here. But this third set is arguably the most important. This will be a best of 7, first to 4. So a lot more time for these players to adapt, as well as that this final set is going to be worth 3 points. It is worth the first 2 sets that came before it. So it was super important that you actually win this one, that you can squeak out this victory. And if you are Slam Dunk Saturdays, that is all you can hope right now. Because if they don't, then they're at 0 points against 6. That is not a good position to be in. The moment they get that knockdown, it is game over at that point. Like, you just gotta hold all the mix. 6P counter hit, immediately forcing a burst from Fat, but Fat is clean with those air throws right here. Yo-Yo set up, getting right in. Vega doing a good job at blocking all this and eventually getting out of the corner to start their own offense.
Yeah, and both these characters have really good ways of escaping each other. Oh my gosh, what a bad throw on the attempt of multi-downfall side switches. Milia can go really, really high, but Bridget's 2H was already there to snipe. And Milia does have Gapple anytime she wishes.
I'm just playing it patient right here. Ooh, going for that 50-50 low. Gotta guess. Now the ring is out. Cross up. It will catch Fat. Not enough to kill, but one more mix-up will do it. And that is it. Fat, not going to use burst there. They can't really use burst anyways. Now Fat is going into this next round with full burst on deck. So a lot of ways they can use that.
Yeah, definitely not feeling bad about getting killed there. The hard to blockable from Milia. It's just a thing. You gotta commit to one side and choose. You never know if it's gonna cross up. Oh, but here we go. That's a good red RC. It's gonna lead into some Oki.
Oh, that was super tricky. I'm surprised that Vega was even able to, block that first hit of it.
And unfortunately, Deflect Shield shown it's not really great against Bridget. She just has too many tools to just ignore Deflect Shield.
You can only block for so long against this character. The high lows, very safe high lows, by the way, is just super, super tricky to deal with.
Oh, nice blocking, but we get the nice ascending to the corner. Skate finding its mark. We're gonna reset. And it got the reset, and that's a kill. First game goes to Fat.
Yep. And that's still super back and forth though. Vega was able to secure the first round, and Fat was able to make it back. So we could very well see them going super far in this best of 4. Not best of 4, best of 7. So first of 4.
Jokes on you. You have to win 3, but it's not a best of 5.
Best of 7 is so rare to see that I'm like tripping over my words because like, wait a minute, this exists. I forgot.
Yeah, best of 7 is definitely the middle child of the set counts. Oh, nice burst. The boss being able to just burst from anywhere on screen, and your opponent has to block check.
I think it's really interesting how Fat likes to use the burst gauge, and just by using burst, right? You're not really seeing Fat use a lot of like absolute defense, a lot of wall assaults. Just straight up burst. Wants to get out of the situation, reset to neutral. While on the other hand, we got Vega, who's very keen on using those wild assaults, very keen on using those absolute defenses in order to somehow get Bridget off of him, because this is not a very fun place to be in. However, that jump up, neutral jump in the corner, super strong option, falling back down with the JH, getting that counter hit and taking that round against Fat. Another early lead, but as we saw last time, that could very well turn all the way around in Fat's favor.
Yeah, I think it comes to like a philosophy of how the characters want to play, where Bridget doesn't want to be right in your face all the time unless she's pressuring you immediately, whereas Milia needs to be there constantly in your face, wants to overload your mental stack. So being able to use burst in that way is a lot more valuable. Just like most characters need to use wild assault deflect shields more so than they need burst. Where Bridget can just use it and she'll just zone and use her long normals to build it back.
Yeah, not to mention Bridget's pressure is much safer too. So just using the burst can just be a lot more effective than using absolute defense, because you don't really need to worry about that all too much.
Yeah, and then we've got Vega here answering back Fat with their own win, making it a 1-1. So we're going to be in here for a slugfest. We might even go to Game 7 here, which would be awesome for everyone spectating, as long as you don't have to wake up early in the morning.
I have to wake up early in the morning.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
You know, it's all right. I accepted this for a reason. And that's because I think this is a super cool format and I want to see more of this. As we're going into the third set between these two players, very back and forth and no bursts. Already both of them immediately spending it, wanting to be the first one to get that hard knockdown.
No one's dying here with burst. It looks like Vega will get the first wall break, the first stint of positive, which is so powerful.
Milia with positive bonus is so scary. She can go for like those two-way, three-way mix-ups and it's like, wait a minute, my stick can't move that fast.
Both these characters, like the change to have burst meter regenerate with positive bonus, just made all the mixed characters have the secondary win con of break the wall once.
I feel like that's the case for a lot of these characters. I'm not going to even lie. the fact that like you get you get so much meter now. It is crazy.
Yeah. It is actually absurd how good positive bonus is now. But now we've got burst gone once again after both players built them up, and Fat is here winning neutral, sending Vega to the corner.
Fortunately, there was a combo drop right there at the end, and now Vega with a second chance of life in this round. Is it going to happen? No, it will not. Fat not dropping it this time. And now, again, even up. We keep on bringing it down to the final rounds in these games. It is crazy how evenly matched these two players are, and you have to kind of be, setting your anchor as the strongest player is really important because you want to make sure that you secure this set.
And here we go. Oh, nice IBFD, buying Vega a lot of space to maneuver. But now, not able to use it effectively, forcing Fat in danger time though. This patch, you never want negative penalty because it drains all your resources.
Yeah, you never won a negative penalty before, but now it's even worse. Again, it's like positive bonus got buffed, negative penalty just became a worse situation.
And Fat is in that really bad situation. Has burst. Yeah, no reason not to gold burst there. Still has 50 meters as long as they don't get negative penalty. There's negative.
Oh, and just as you said before, and any glimpse of Fat being able to do something just completely disappeared at that moment. You saw those resources before, like that 50 meter. And you're like, she can make some Fat. She can make something happen, right? She can make something happen. And then the negative penalty happened, and like, oh,
yeah. Dang. Vega sees what the purple negative go across the screens. Okay, I'm gonna mash. I'm gonna run at you. I'm gonna press something. What are you gonna do about it? You can't combo. You have no meter. And exactly what happened. Just a 6P. Oh, nice weight from Fat, but Milia's 6P is very good and hard to punish. Here we go. We got the little bit of zoning here. The first representation of DP here. Yeah, this is going to start changing the dynamic.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, wait a minute. Is that the very first DP we've seen so far?
Yeah. Bridget players notably are not the most fond of their DP, just with how squishy Bridget is. But in someone against like Milia, you can kind of afford to mess up once or twice, but not like this. That burst getting blocked was not the move.
You say that, but at the same time, Milia, a snowball character, both these players know it. Both these players know that the character they're going against right now is a snowball character. If they get that combo, if they get that hard knockdown, you're going to have to find some way to get out of it, and it's a lot of guesswork.
Yeah, like you just said, a lot of guesswork right now. Milia can steal the corner when she wishes, and this is death. 7 ways to Sunday. Choose your own adventure, if you will, going up 3-0 for Vega.
Yeah, ending it with a perfect 2. What a statement. We're 3-1 right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now in a reverse 3-0 situation to win.
But yeah, Normally, this would be the last game. However, first to four. We got one more game. Can Vega close it out, or can Fat start making something happen? They have made something happen before, so I wouldn't put it past her.
I believe that Fat can turn this around. Definitely, at least push it a couple more games at the very least. But you know she's got to be feeling the pressure here. And a rare thing too, Fat wasn't the first one to burst this game. A sign of good things. Oh no, was not able to use the accidental H disc to her advantage, and now Fat getting sent through the wall has to deal with positive bonus Milia.
Oh, what an option right there, jumping over the hair car and getting a really nice conversion off of this too. However, oh geez, Vega is a master class of just getting themselves out of the corner.
Oh, DP not caring about what side your capital is on, it's gonna counter hit it regardless. And now Fat might have turned this around. The burst is getting taken away from Vega. If Fat takes this round, this is massive.
Ooh, backing up and punishing it. Saw the Roger bomber from the air coming down. And it's like, nope, I'm gonna get out of the blast zone.
Yeah, I will say I want to take a point to why have Milia players taken a page out of the Kai handbook, and now when they have 50 meter, they just do full screen hair car all the time. It's too common of a thing. Why?
I feel like Milias have always done it because fast RCing off of a blocked hair car is really strong. You can go for an overhead or a low and it's completely unreactable. And why you want to do that is because if you get that hit, then that's a hard knockdown, a free hard knockdown basically.
Right, we've seen Fat take a round. They're still in this tank. Can't count them out just yet, even with this hard knockdown that's coming in.
And that's a lot of your life gone. Nice DP, however, Fat not able to keep the corner again. Vega is so slippery at this.
Oh, nice block there. Dangerous situation. We've got the second disc. And not able to
the drop at the end.
We're probably going to see a haircut. There's the haircut PRC. Fat getting clipped by JS, and that'll be Vega. 4-1 in a sweep for the team. All 6 points going their way.